Hi, I'm Corey. I am the children's intern here at Discovery, and I have another wonderful story for you today. It is probably one of the best stories in the Bible. It's of a woman named Esther. And so, Esther lived in a time when the Israelites lived in the Persian Empire, and the king of Persia was looking for a queen. And Esther was being raised by her cousin Mordecai. And Mordecai told Esther, hey, you should try going to the palace to become the queen. And she must have thought this was a great idea because that's exactly what she did. She went to the palace, and the Bible actually says she found favor with everyone she met. And favor means that basically that they liked her. Esther she was an awesome person who everyone liked. And because of this, she ended up becoming the queen. Even the king of Persia decided, man, this person is just awesome. But there's another man in our story, a man named Haman. Now, Haman is the right-hand man to the king of Persia. He has almost as much control, other than he doesn't sit on the throne. And because he had this much control and he had this much honor in the kingdom, people were supposed to bow down to him just like they were to the king. But one day, Mordecai decided not to bow down to Haman because he decided, I only bow down to God. I don't bow down to kings. And this made Haman very mad. He decided, I'm going to make Mordecai pay. No? Wait, I'm going to make all of the Jews pay. Geez, Haman, you got a bit of an attitude there. And so Haman decides to go to the king and say, hey, there are these people that don't bow down and respect kings. I will pay you a bunch of money to let me take care of them. And the king was like, yeah, sure, why not? But the king said that he had to wait until the end of the year, which was lucky for Mordecai and Esther, because this gave time for Mordecai to find out what was happening. When he found out about this, he sent someone to Esther to say, look what's happening. You need to do something. You're the queen. And so she sent the messenger back to say, all right, I have a plan, but I need you guys to pray for me because it's kind of a dangerous one. What the queen's plan is to go in and ask the king for a favor, to spare the lives of all the Jews. But unfortunately, it's not that simple, because no one could just go and ask the king for a favor. If anyone went into the throne room without being asked, if the king wanted, he could have them killed, which is kind of a crazy law, really. But this means his best friends, this means his officials, this means Haman, and even the queen. None of them can go just ask the king for a favor. But Esther decides to be brave. The next day she goes in to the throne room, and when the king sees her, he just remembers how much he likes her and how awesome she is. And so he holds out his golden staff to her and says, Esther, what is it you want? Why have you come? You know what? I'll give you anything, even up to half of my kingdom. I don't think I would do that if I was a king. Giving someone half my kingdom, that's crazy. Esther had to be one awesome person for that. And what she says next is not what I would have said, but I think she's a lot smarter than me. She says, I want you and Haman to come to a feast I made. And the king just loves this idea, and he sends someone to go get Haman right away. And they go, and they eat, and they drink, and have a jolly old time. And toward the end of the feast, the king says, I know that's not what you really wanted. What do you really want? I'll give you anything, even up to half of my kingdom. And Esther says, I want you to come to a feast I prepared for you and Haman tomorrow. And the king's like, well, okay. And Haman's feeling really good about this because he's getting to have all these feasts with the king and queen. Like, he's really important. And so the two of them come to the feast that Esther made the next day. And again, they're eating, they're drinking, they're having a jolly old time. And toward the end, the king asks one more time, I know this isn't what you want. What do you really want? I'll give you anything, even up to half of my kingdom. And I can just picture Esther taking a deep breath and asking him, I want you to spare the lives of me and my people. And the king is super confused at this point. He's like, wait, who's trying to kill you? And she says, Haman. And he looks at Haman and he's mad at this point. And he said, wait, I didn't know she was a Jew. And Haman, you were going to kill all of the Jews, including my wife, my queen? No, I can't have this. I'm calling off that decree. That's no longer allowed. And Haman, I'll deal with you later. Esther was really brave. Like, really, really brave. I don't know if I could have been as brave as her for what she did. She saved all of the Jews, every single one. And you can be brave too. God can make you brave. I know the world can be scary. It can be full of things that are unknown. But when you're scared, you can pray just like Mordecai and everyone did for Esther. It doesn't mean that the fear goes away, but it does mean that your God is with you and that he hears you, and he loves you so, so much. It was fun to tell you guys another story, and I hope to see you soon, guys. Bye.